Hi everybody, my name is Jose Luis Garcia and I'm a teaching artist with Arts for Learning Miami. I'm a visual artist and today we're going to make a sculpture inspired by our imagination using modeling clay or Play-Doh. We're going to create sculptures using air dry clay and objects to create impressions and make figurines. Students will be assessing their own and the artwork shown today using critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making skills, as this is central to artistic growth. Today we'll be learning about color, form, and texture. We'll use our hands to define our motor skills and use tools to mold our modeling clay into different shapes and forms, ranging from figures to abstract impressions. Today we're going to make our sculpture using modeling clay. There's tons of different brands, colors, options. There's Play-Doh brand. As long as we use something air dry, you should be fine. This is a great activity for students grade 2nd through 5th grade. Every art form uses its own unique language, both verbal and nonverbal, to document and communicate with the world. It's important that we familiarize ourselves with some sculpture vocabulary. We'll start with a coil, which is a long, thin rope of clay made by rolling with your hands. You want to make sure that this is even on all sides, almost like a snake. This can be the foundation for a piece, and we can build it up to make our own kinds of pottery. We can also make a slab, a flat pancake of clay made with your hands or rolling pin. You can use slabs to cut out molds and stencils. You can also use it to create an impression of your hand or other objects. For this one, I'm going to use a cutout of a fish. Another technique we can use is a form to mix two colors together. We'll begin by wedging our clay, which means we'll need both colors of our clay to remove any trapped air and make it consistent. You'll notice the colors will start mixing into one another. You might want to make your own hue or value of a certain color by adding some white, black, or mixing different primary colors. Here I'm mixing together some blue and yellow to make a green color. Since I did use a lot of blue, my green color is going to look more turquoise or on the blue side. I'll wedge my clay together until it doesn't look so much like a marble. That means all the colors will set. Even though this marbling looks really interesting now, typically when your clay dries, it'll dry one solid color. Experiment with the amounts of color you use to get different versions of different colors. Using our hand, we're going to roll our clay into a sphere, smooth ball. This is going to be the beginning of our impression. We can leave it like a ball or we can flatten it like a slab that we did earlier. I'm going to give it a light tap. Next, I'm going to grab an object. I'm using a small dog toy and I'm going to press it into my foam clay. This is going to create an impression almost like a fossil of my object. You can leave it overnight to dry or you can gently remove any of your objects from the clay. Next, we're going to start using tools. I'm using a small scissor tool to cut out pieces of my clay. You can use other tools that look like pencils, plastic knives, or safety scissors. I'm going to roll different spheres, both a small and larger sphere. This is going to be the building blocks of my person. I'll start off by creating almost like a small snowman, creating a small tiny sphere for the head, a medium sphere for the body, and a bigger sphere for the base. I want to constantly check and make sure that it could stand on its own. Sometimes it'll become too heavy and tip over, so you want to check. Next, I'm going to make some small coils that will serve as the arms for my figure. Using my moist clay, I can go ahead and just push onto my form before. Next, I'm going to use some of the clay on the bottom portion of the body to stretch out and make the person's legs. This is a good opportunity to add feet as well. So you can add coils to your figure or you can smooth out with your finger and push and stretch out your clay. Again, I'm going to check and make sure that it can stand on its own. because I want to make this into a figurine that can be either a statue for a family member or a new custom toy. When your sculptures are dry, you'll find yourself with a whole collection that you can't wait to play with. Thanks for making sculptures with me today. I hope you had fun learning about color, form, and texture with our modeling clay. Don't forget to ask a parent or guardian to share pictures of your project and tag at A4L and use the hashtag A4L at home on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I look forward to seeing your artwork. Take care.